Hello, hello. Welcome to our back of the neck of the woods. Today, I'm going to go over just a couple things. Nothing major. Uh, we had a couple trees go down, and neighbor called us and let us know that we were more than welcome to grab the tree. And so I came down, take a look, just kind of show you what we kind of do. We go for almost anything, as long as it's within our means of cutting it up and putting it out there. And then I'm going to go back up, and I'm going to go over the sawmill just a little bit, not a lot. I have a couple things I got to get done today, and we have company coming, so I need to actually kind of get this up and running here. I know. Ding, ding, ding. Here, let me. I don't think I'm going to need my speaker, but I'll put it up on the car anyhow, just in case I need it. Other than that, I'm going to kind of walk around, try to make this as best I can for y'all. I'm kind of lucky I got one of those laptops that folds out flat. So, okay, the cell phone, yeah, it can stay right there a minute. All right, let me get out here. Ding, 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 ding. Hello, 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 work in progress. How you doing, bud? Like I said, I'm just real quick. I'll go over what I was just talking about. Tree came down across the road down by where I live. Neighbor called, said we were more than welcome to come get it. See if I can find which one it is here. The tree itself that we'll be picking up here, it's going to be a maple. Of course, we'll keep the tops. We keep the tops for the firewood, a little bit of woodworking, bench making, arms for chairs and whatnot. And then I'm going to try to scoot this camera down. There we go. It's not the whole tree. That's enough. We can make all kinds of different things with cabinets, benches, canes, all kinds of different stuff. So it looks like it broke off right there when I see the tree right here. So we might end up talking to the gentleman again and seeing if we can actually get this tree, because the bottom part of this tree, if I can see it here, yep, that one right there, and it goes all the way up. And what happened is that broke off the top up there, right up in where's my hand? Yeah, there we go. There we go. It broke off right up there. My finger. You know, I'm trying to pull a chain, I guess. Right at the tip of my mouse here, right up there, up the top up there, which kind of broke. Came down across the road. But that's a whole nother. That right there is about 3 times the size of me. I'm down on the road. But yeah, we had 2 of them go down. We had it was an oak and a maple. He offered us maple. He likes to burn oak. I'll just show you the oak tree that came down here. This one was mammoth. Not mammoth, but it was huge. It was a nice sized tree. Down kind of where we are, we have some really older trees that are big. I mean, big. You can fit 3 people inside of some of them around here. But this one right here, I'm going to see if I can bring the camera down again. There it is. That's the oak. I want to get you a long shot of this. Now this part here, I'm not too sure where this one came down from, and I don't know if they moved it from. There's 2 spots. There's this spot here where this tree came down, and then right down the road, I don't know if you can see it there. Right down there, there's a whole nother slew of trees. I'm gonna walk down here in a minute, and that's this, I believe, this oak. And it was the whole tree that came down. And he still has this barbed wire on there. Barbed wire on there. We'll have to be careful. There, I can't tell if you can see it or not. There we go. Get my foot down on there. We got some barbed wire on that one. That's the kind of things we have to look out for when we're using them on the sawmill. The barbed wire we're not too worried about. It's the gunshot. It's the ends to your bullet. That messes the blades up something fierce. We had one tree we went through, and there was 2 slugs in the tree, and it took out both blades. We had to change a blade on the first one, had to change a blade on the second one, and it ruined the teeth on the second one. We can't even sharpen it. The first one, we'll be able to scavenge. We'll be able to sharpen it back up, and we'll be able to use it again. We do have a blade sharpener. We're still looking for a tooth setter, but as of right now, we're looking for a tooth, like I said, a tooth setter. So, but look at the way this thing is here. This is going to be some pretty wood. If you just see the way this thing's curved, once it gets dry, it looks like there's a little bit of burl going on inside of this one here. This is just beautiful. I absolutely love the markings on wood. I mean, I'm sure everybody out there that does. We try to do the best we can, like I said. And let me come down here a little bit. Oh yeah, look at that. That's going to be some nice benches, some nice shelving. And then we use these limbs right here. Like I said, we use these limbs for arms and legs and walking sticks and all kinds. So, and our sawmill, that's something that's unique about us up here, is most of this stuff here is thrown off to the side by any sawmill. We like I said, we're unique. We go for the crooked cuts. We go for the strange looking wood. Takes us a little bit more time to get what we'd like out of it, but it's worth it in the end. I'm gonna grab my phone real quick here. Put you in my back. Well, I don't know about my back pocket, but let me see if I can. I don't have a clip for this thing. I hope I don't lose signal in my back pocket. I kind of, real quick here, see here, we got Kathy, Conquer, work in progress. Hello, hello, hello. And I don't have, where's my mouse at there? Woo! It's a hot tamale on that roof. Of course, I have to have a black car, so. All right. Let me see here. I can, I'll just leave my mouse here. I don't need my mouse for anything. I really don't need well, I'll just take it with me so it doesn't disconnect. So I'm going to walk on down here real quick. Like I said, I'm only doing a short little thing here. We're to get this out of here by midweek next week, so I'll be busy probably tomorrow. Got company coming today, so I'll end up getting off of here. Or not getting off of here, but running up to the top of the hill real quick as I can, so this thing doesn't disconnect from us. There's intermittent down around the corner down here where the cell tower has a hard time connected to any cell phone. If you're in that spot, you're not getting anywhere. Let my sit there and let my car run. So how's everybody doing today? I'm watching my chat, so you guys can chat if you want. I'm watching it here. Beautiful day here, as you can tell. It's bright sunny. Can't complain. 2 days of rain and thunder, lightning, real high winds. Not as bad as it was out west, but it's that storm that came up through the Gulf that Ken Carson was talking about when he was sitting on his porch the other night. That storm that came up through, that's that same storm. A few hours later, due to him sitting there, we got it about 3 o'clock in the morning. Now, that's a pile of just brush there. We'll get it out of here for him. That's what we kind of do, though, for our neighbors. We try to help each other out. And this is oak here, too. Now, I can't, per se, believe this is oak, or is this the maple? That's looking like, that looks like oak. Yep, it's oak. There's just a little bit of maple caught up in with it. Not much, but yeah, we even take this stuff. If he doesn't have it or take it, he'll tell us we can have it. And if he doesn't, he does, and he takes it for firewood. And where did that tree come down from? Oh, right there. Yeah, that was right up on the side of that hill right there. You can see right through there. It took those little trees out. It was right behind those little trees. You can see right through there. Ooh, right there. That's actually behind those little trees. That's where that big tree was sitting. And it took all that stuff out when it came down over across the road here. Couldn't even go underneath it with the car. Sometimes you can. Around here, we can get away with getting underneath the trees, get to work if we need to. Most people around here too, we keep our chainsaws in our truck for this kind of manner. Right after a storm, we go out on the back roads and we help out the townships get the trees off the road so they can focus on getting the power companies up in here and getting our power fixed and getting their loaders up in here and getting the roads fixed from all the washout. They really do appreciate us helping. It's been commented at many town meetings. Whew! I'll tell you what, it's warm in the sun now, and it's not even the hottest part of the day yet. But yeah, we all these woods back up in here is a whole nother neighbor. It's 300 plus acres, and anything that is down in these woods, we are 100% allowed to go up on and get it. And this year we haven't done too much due to the COVID and people aren't buying. So you gotta think about fuel. You gotta think about those chains, the oil, the fuel for the tractor. If we're making money, we don't mind, not one bit. But if we're not making money, we stop dead in our tracks so we can conserve our fuel and our chains, because it's like $12 to get the chainsaw blades sharpened. And that's one chain. Saddest part about it is you can go and buy one chain for $18 or get two for $23. It's almost worth just going ahead and buying 2 new chains, but we try to make it last what we can. All right, we want to dump this in the car here, and we're going to head up top. Not to give me a minute here. There we are. Wow, is my screen dirty? Oh, I can see now. Oh, there's the. I didn't realize how dusty it was in this car coming down that road. Put a lot of dirt dust on that screen. All right, let's see what I can do here. All right, let's see if we can get out of here. And I'm gonna get us up to the top right quick. All right, here we go. I'm gonna go as quick as I can. Like I said, there's a part on my hill where it kind of checks out. I'm gonna see if I can keep it going as quick as I can. If it drops out, I'll be right back on. I'll get us back connected. Go up here and go over the sawmill real quick. There's a couple people that were asking some questions. My wife answered one of them. That was, I believe it was elm, or I'm not too sure. I can't remember. There we are. Get those windows closed. There we go. All right. It was Elmer or I can't remember. But anyhow, we do have a lot of elm down here, and we also have a lot of. It's in the swamp. That's the only downfall to it. Is hickory. We do have hickory, but like I said, it's in the swamp. You can't get anything in there to get to it. It's about waistwater deep, which is all right, but trying to drag something through muck and mud doesn't help. It puts a lot of wear and tear on the tractor. Try to do our best. All right, hold on, and here we go. I'm going to try to keep a signal and Hey, Matt, how you doing? Bella, howdy. Yeah, I just showed off some trees. And those are what like I said, those are what I will be picking up this week, probably tomorrow or even Monday. He's wanting to get him out because he likes to keep his property like pristine clean. We're not like that. What grass we have, we cut, and the rest of it just be weeds because 10 acres is a lot of land to take care of. Just my brother and I, and with our backs being the way they are, it kind of makes it hard on us. Not saying we don't love it. We just you're getting too old. We don't have what we really need. Tractor and a brush hog is good, and a push lawnmower. What I need to get is another riding lawnmower. We do have a couple spots for doing stuff and whatnot, but anyhow, let me get my phone. Oh, my phone's got to go in my back pocket. Hi, honey bun. How you doing, sweet? Let's say hi to everybody. Say hi to everybody. Oop, there we are. There you go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Gotta get that lovin's in, huh? All right. All right. Real quick. About the sun. The sun's great, but all right. There were questions about the sawmill, and like I said, it's really simple, not that hard. Things real quick are the dogs. They call them dog cleats. Other places call them other things. Let me get this set up here so we can go over it with you guys. Anyhow, let me see what I can do here. Put you down. See if I can get you down on this thing here. Is that it right there? Nope. Is that it? Right? Nope. There it is. This right here, which I don't know why it's acting the way it is. There we go. This slides up and down, as well as slides back and forth for the width and length of the log. Once you have it set, this is a little foot pedal right here that I've got my fingers on. I'm gonna bring it up. Give me 1 second. See how that's round? I don't know if I got it on there or not. I'm sorry if I can't. I'm not good with the camera shot thing. Anyhow, all you got to do is you get this up around the log. I'm gonna bring it down. I should kind of show you. Once you got a log in here, this piece here is what clamps against the log. So when you push this down, it pushes it out. I'm gonna bring it back in. See how that goes in and out? So when you're gonna bring this down and you hit this, that pushes the one side of the log, and then the other side of the log is this right here. Yeah, here it is. The log sits up against this, and when you push this down, that clamps the log into place. So that way that log is sitting right here, ready for that mill. Come on down the line. Now, as I was saying before, in between here and here, 26 inches. You can go about 25 3/4, and depends on the log. If the log is completely straight, we can do the 26. But if your log curves or bows, curves or goes wiggly, then you have to accommodate for that when you're cutting the log. So sometimes it's got to be like maybe 20 inches because when it comes to a point where it bows out a little bit, this has to clear the log or you're not going by the log. And it's kind of hard to see, but it's right here for the mill. Yeah, go up. All right, there we go. Can you see? Right? I see okay. And then I didn't bring the shoot. I didn't bring the mouse with me. Give me 1 second. I'll be right. I'm gonna go get the mouse, and I'll go ahead and I can pop on the link if anybody wanted to come in and just ask a question. So give me 1 second. We'll go grab the mouse real quick. What? I know, I have it with me. It was right up on top of the sawmill. Funny, huh? Okay. Let me get on here. Go invite. Copy keyboard. Or clipboard, or whatever they want to call it. There we go. There we go. All right. Okay. Oop, pardon me. I had some watermelon and some pineapple. Just so you know, Inspired Page pineapple up there at the big house. All right. Let me get back into this here. Take this off here. Put this on here. There we go. This opens up. Does everybody see that all right? I hope everybody can see that all right. Anyhow, that blade that I was showing you down below. Oh, hi there, Mr. Bird. Trying to build a bird's nest in here. Give it a couple days and they try to take over your machine. Anyhow, belt driven. This is the belt. Drives this belt, this pulley, which the belt is also the grip for the back of the blade to grip. And then this one has a nylon. Let's see if I can bring that up in there. And this has a nylon. There we go. This has got a nylon little thing that goes around that fits the side of this one, which also holds the blade. The blade right here. It's a little rusty from all this rain we just had. Here's the blade. And it goes in that direction. And where's my hand at? So it goes in that direction. From the bottom, it goes around and comes up and goes this way. And goes around. Let me put you back down. I'm going to get this closed back up. And then onto tension and adjusting it. It is not hard to adjust these at all. There's one adjustment where you have to be backwards thinking. Sounds funny, but you have to think about it backwards. On the other one, you got to think about it forwards, which can confuse you. But once you get it and you understand it, it's fairly easy. And operating this machine, I'll sit back down here. Operating the machine is a one man show. Now, if you're setting it up and you got it, you're setting it up and everything, what you want is a level ground. You have to have level for everything, for your boards to be true. The only reason why I say that is because if you got a little bow in the track and it goes like that, then when you're going through and that tree's sitting away, the machine follows the track. So if the log is going across the whole thing, goes across the whole thing straight, but the machine goes down the track and it dips down a little bit, then your board is going to go like this as you're going up and down the track. So then you don't get a true cut. And also what it does is it it plays havoc on your blades. But it's really easy to operate it by yourself. It is not hard to operate by yourself. I can be out here some days by myself, and then there's days that my brother's out here. When there is two people, it does make it a little easier. And the easiest part of it that makes it easy is them just pulling the board off. As soon as you get done cutting, they pull the board, and then what you do is you have to crank it up just like not even a half an inch. You just got to crank it up a little bit, and then you pull it backwards. You set it, you mark your mark, you get to the spot that you need, and then you move forward and you cut another board. Doesn't take long. Doesn't take long at all. What takes time is the quantity that you want. But if you wanted like a couple boards, you can have them done in 10 minutes and be off and doing what you need. Now, if it's a green, then you're going to need to cut, get it inside. If you leave them outside, I'll show you that here in a second. It's the reason for it is that they call it checking. And checking is this. If you see that split nut board right there, that's checking. This little thing right here, and it'll go all the way up. This is about 10 inches right here to here. It's 10 inches. So you're going to lose 10 inches of the end when said and done. Now, we have a 16-foot. See if I can do it. It's a 16-footer from this end at this right here all the way down to the end down there is 16 foot. Now, what you get out of that is about 14 and a half feet with the checked ends. Now, if you have a green log, you can get your 16 foot, but you want to make sure you get your board put inside out of the weather, and you leave them sit there for about a year, and then there'll be what they call it's like a long-term kiln dried, but it's not kiln. It's dried naturally. So then your boards don't bow, they don't curve, and they don't check. Now you will always have a little bit of checking, but not as bad as like if you leave it outside. Now these, like I was showing on the last one, this is still that beam that we had out here. And that wood there is over 200 years old. And now that it's been out in the weather, it's already starting to look a little piffy and it's starting to deteriorate. But what we make out of those are benches. We make signs, posts, and then we seal them up. Now, for the rest of everything, it's all fairly easy. It's not too hard. But the the tractor makes it easy. Now, if you don't have a tractor to get the tractor you're going to need is something like that. You need something it's a big boy, not too big, but it can lift the size of logs that we. And you're going to need forks. You got to be ginger with them. Now you can put them up on the rails here, hand-wise, but you're going to need two people to help you. Only reason saying that is when you're getting into the bigger logs, you have weight. And when you get those logs, you're talking 200, 300, 400 pounds, and they're not easy to maneuver. And yes, we do have a log roller. Actually, I don't even know where that's at. It's right there. These are one of the things you want to have too. Is this one of these? And it's a claw. When it goes around the log, that one little, you see that little triangle at the end? That bites into one, and this bites on the other part. Once you have it around the log, and then you can roll the log or spin the log the way you need it, and it also helps get you up onto the thing. Now, I can't give you a ton of things to tell you on how to get the log up, other than you have to be creative. When you're working with something that heavy, always keep your feet out of the way. Keep your feet and your fingers out of the way. It's very important. And take your time. Every decision you make when you operate one of these is just it's just safety. It's all about safety. And all I can say is fun. This thing's totally a load of fun. But when you go to operate it, you have to be 100% safety before you start cutting it. Before you start, you got to make sure your clamps are in place. You got to make sure the log's not going to shift on you. You got to make sure that the heights are right for in between here, like I was showing you, because you can only go so high. We can only go so high with this is the blade right here. My thumb's on it, and here's the top of the case. So when you take a log and you start cutting, you can't go more than this thick for a beam. So we can get about if we were just to do a straight beam, you can't get more than 6 inches, like probably 5 inches, 6 inches right here. Now, if you're going for a 6x6, 8x8 or something, then of course you have to cut once, turn, cut again, turn, all quarter turns, and then the best thing to do is cut one side and flip it all the way over to the other side, and then it's flat, and you're not going to rock it back and forth. From that point, it's a little bit more safer, but you still have to proceed with caution. Other than that, we did this. We just got this for a hobby, and it turned into a little bit more than a hobby. And being unique like we are, it's harder for us to get our stuff out as just planks because most lumber places don't want to buy that because they don't make the money on it because it's such a high markup. Now, if it comes to people who truly want live edge, natural looking wood, they'll pay that price. What we're trying to offer with what we're doing is bringing that price down just a little bit for the average person who wants that same beautiful look in their house and are willing to pay the $1,200 versus a $3,000 for a kitchen table. We got different prices for our tables. Like I said, I'm working on getting all this stuff set up and I've got Etsy already. I just need to get all these pictures together and conglomerated and then get them all put in and get them put up to Etsy so we can have them there. Other than that, any questions here? I'm having issues, or are you having issues working? Oh,
I
you're
think
talking
there's
to
a little
Matt. Okay,
buffer,
sorry.
but it's not much. But there is a little bit of a buffer. I just thought I'd stop in and say great show and hit that thumbs up, guys. We love you. I'm gonna get back to work.
Thank you.
Love you, babe.
All right. Okay, anybody have any questions or anything? I know it's going to be a short show today. Like I said, I got things going on. We have probably company coming, and my brother's canning, so he's asked for a little bit of assistance to keep an eye on the girls. Hello, Nathan. All right. Other than that, I really don't have much more I was going to go over. So if you guys have any questions, please ask. You're more than welcome to come up if you want to come up. I'll put the link in one more time, and I can try to answer what I can. I'll only tell you what I know. I'm not going to lead you down the wrong path or anything. Just tell you what I know from experience. And boy, oh boy, that pineapple watermelon. Other than that, Heather was saying it was buffering a little bit, so it might be me as well. Might be both of us. I mean, shoot, we both rely on hotspot and cell phone signal. We already know how that goes for the amount of money we pay. Crap. I used to game. I see. That's the funny part. I used to game. It wasn't even more than 10 years ago. We were paying $30 a month for our internet service, and we were using 950 to over 1,500 gigs a month for $30. And then Verizon has this, they cut you off at 10 gigs and you're paying almost $80, and they're ripping you off. They're just flat out ripping us off. There's no excuse for it. But I'd love to get back to landline again because it is a smoother running stream. That is for sure. That is for sure. I put the link in there if you would like to come up. There, Nathan, you're more than welcome. You see the link at all? Hello, Marco. How you doing, buddy? All not well. Uh-oh. What happened? I get you now. uh, yeah, that time of the weekend, isn't it? Get some errands run. Like I said, I'll watch the chat here real quick. And Nathan, if you'd like to come up and ask a couple questions, you're more than welcome. I put the link in the chat. If you need it again, I'll do it again here. I'll just go ahead and pop that in real quick again. Oh, filling out your flight log. Yeah, I heard it's been pretty hot out there, man. Stay cool. Drink lots of water, buddy. That's for sure. But I will be having this thing up and running. Don't get me wrong. It's just timing. And of course, StreamYard here, we're about up to our 20 hours for free. So I'm trying to make it to the 17th, but I'm also trying to make it past the 15th because of money that comes in. I want to be able to make sure that I'm past when I get paid for when I pay the payment on this, so I'm not waiting a couple days and we're not able to stream. So, well, good luck to you out there. I get you. I do understand if you can't get on right now. You got work to do. I'm trying to think of something else real quick. I got some weed eating I gotta do around here. Now we use real quick, if anybody was curious, we do use a soap and water mixture for our sawmill because you do have to have some water that goes with the blade running. Now during the heat of the summer, we just go ahead and use water, but when it gets towards the fall and winter, we switch over to a soap and water because soapy water does not freeze. And it's got to be not too much. You don't want to make it bubbly, but you put soap in it, and as it's coming out, it gets it. And Dawn is your best that we have found. Once again, Dawn, the miracle dish soap, good almost on anything. So anyhow, other than that, I got to do some scraping around here and getting. We also got to get the rest of our building put up. As you can tell, it's in progress of getting built. As we do jobs, what we do, so we don't take too far away from ourselves, is what we do is we get all our planks out, we get them for the order, and then if we can get another plank out of the log, what we'll do is, and it's not good enough for the customer, and they don't want it anyhow, they tell us to keep them, sell them for whatever, and then we'll just go ahead and slap them up on the walls, and we've got it. We got everything up. All our posts are up, all the way down, all the way to the front, and then it's open, so we can bring in 20-foot logs this way. So we're able to get 20-foot logs in here And we're also going to be getting an extension for this, another 6 foot, so we can go 20 foot and we can start doing beams, 20-foot beams. We've been asked several times from actually even sawmills, that major sawmills, to do beams because they get behind and then they need the extra help. So sometimes we can we'll help them out. We Our biggest thing is we're digging dirt out and getting space. It's amazing how much you can come up with within a week of stacking your wood after being cut. I just it's amazing. We Like I said, we didn't expect to do what we were going to be doing. We just wanted to be small for our own home and in house, so we could have a beautiful home without the expense of going to a lumber store and or a contractor coming in and doing it for us. Uh, it's amazing on the savings as well. It's just like I just was showing. We get sometimes we just, hey, trees are down. I want it cleaned up. Mind coming in and getting them? Not a problem. And some of them are like, "Oh, how much are you going to charge me?" And we just look at them and go, "Absolutely nothing. What you're giving us already is of value. So we're willing to give you a few $100s, because some of those trees, those sawmills, those logging companies, they don't want them. They leave them lay there on the ground, and it's good for the deer. And don't get me wrong, it's good for the wildlife. But when they leave your property, some of these, what do you want to call them? Treeing services, without being in the city, they make a ton of money off of people. They really do. Your best bet, if you are and do live near a city and you need a couple trees down, go to the country, go to a sawmill, find out who their treeing people are. And then when you bring them in, what they'll do is they'll pay you for the tree. Now, if you only have one or two trees, it's not going to be worth it. But what will be worth it is if they can give you the few $100s, they'll take the trees out of there, they'll get them out of there, and they'll add them to another load that they could go throw on somewhere else. And instead of you paying, I won't put out names, instead of you paying these treeing services that want to come out to your house $500 to $600 to remove a tree from your property, they'll remove it. They do just the same thing. They'll take it away from your house. They'll do all the same stuff that these tree services do. So you got to go to the best thing to do is go to your local sawmill. And if you don't have one, find one within your area, even if it's an hour drive. It will be worth your time and headache. 90% of the time, they're going to end up paying you for it. And I've seen some oak trees in yards that are, you could literally, if you had it cut down, you could stand 6 to 7 people in these oak tree rings that are just huge oak trees from hundreds and hundreds of years old. And those are worth money, very good money. Oak, walnut, maple, awesome. If the tree is straight, that's what they call veneer. And what they mean by that, if nobody understands what veneer is like a perfect straight log. If it's curved in any way, if the tree is bowed in any way, it's not veneer. You won't get veneer price, but you will save more money going through a logging tree service versus just getting a tree service out. And you have, like I said, you'll have to go to the sawmill, ask them, say, hey, can you get from one of the guys up top, can you get me some information for a logging company that will log my property? I only let them know I only have a few trees, but I'd rather go through you than go to a tree service and have these trees taken out. And then when you do get a hold of them, let them know it's up against a house or it's up against my barn. I'd like to have it taken out. They'll take them out. And if it's a good tree, you won't have an issue with it. Now, if the tree's rotted in the middle and you can see there's a hole going right straight up through it, don't expect to be paid much money for it. They're just not going to pay you for it because they can't take it to the lumber mill and get money for it versus, and then selling it to the people, So other than that, I don't, Uh, that's a very good question. Board foot for walnut right now. You know what? Hold on a second. I can text somebody real quick, and this will be just in this area. I keeps doing that. Sorry, I keep flashing out on you guys. I don't know what it's doing that for. I'm not touching anything other than texting somebody. All right, I'll see if I get an answer back here. It's Saturday. Now, I'll tell you this morning was really awesome for me. Um, uh, I live in a real small town. It's real small. I'm talking small. They call it a village. It's not even. They call it a town, but it's on the plaque. It's village of, and I would say within the city, maybe 3,000, maybe 4,000 people. Maybe I might be way off by that. Um, it was really cool. Went down and had to stop at the bank real quick. And on my way in, nothing but UTVs, ATVs, side by sides. Beautiful, beautiful morning to see that because that meant everybody was going out. They had their beers, they had whatever else. They were going out to be patriotic, just having a good time out here. Okay, he told me to give him a second. He's gonna get right back to me. Waving, you could just tell the guys and the girls, they were already in their cutoff jeans, shorts, bathing suits were on. They were ready to go get messed up, mud from it. So basically, sleepy. How you doing, anyone? So, other than that, I'll try to wait here for a second to get an answer back from him. Um, uh, 13 dollars more foot right now, our area. I don't know if that is around what it is for you guys. Because I think that's who asked me, wasn't it, Monty? How much it was for board foot for walnut? Did you catch that, Monty? Yeah, walnut. Yep, $13 to $16 a board foot as of right now. And it's probably go down here pretty soon because lumber is going down a little bit by little bit every day. 13 to 16 board feet. So, well, $13 to $16 per board foot. There we go. Said that wrong. My bad. And like I said, walnut, and it depends on the walnut too. There are different uh, species of walnut, so some will be a little cheaper. But if you get into that harder, darker walnut, we had a couple up here at the time, and they were wanting close to $18 a board foot for just that species. Then we had another one that was on the other side of the property, and it was they call it call it like a blonde. It wasn't blonde, but it was like a lighter walnut, and it was when you cut into it, it was not even dark, and it took a little time. It about 4 days, and it finally got a little bit darker. And then we got a price on it, and it was beautiful. The grains were beautiful, but it was a younger tree, and I don't mean young as in like a tiny little. It was just a younger tree. It was about the same size around, but the you could see that the spacing for the years were a little bit wider, so the grain wasn't as tight as what some of the walnuts that we do have that are that tight grain. Beautiful veneer finish when you get it all done. It just kind of just speaks to you, just in that, when you look at wood, if you love wood, it just speaks to you. Uh, that was around almost $20 a board foot. The other ones were right around $11 a board foot. So, but like as you know, lumber fluctuates constantly. So now when we go to do our things, what we try to do is we don't try to take it back, or when we get done, we don't try to take it to the lumber company. What we will go and do is we take it to the furniture company, and that saves them money. That's the other thing when you do this. You save them a ton of money. We were doing cherry one summer for a gentleman all summer long. We saved him close to $15,000 for that summer by having it cut the way he liked it cut. He made money, we made money, and he still saved money. So it ended up being a beautiful relationship between us. And then the following year, he had just happened to come across another gentleman that had cherry. So he had cherry for the whole rest of the year. He had a year's worth of cherry. And so he wanted a spotted maple. So we had to go around trying to find soft maple. We had some, and then we just couldn't get any more. It had gone. People had in the area had gotten rid of it. So we tried to get it, and that was from a storm that a bunch of it came down. And when we went back, they had already had somebody come through, and they had it taken out, and they paid them to take it out. And we were going to take it all for free for them. We weren't going to charge them anything. They just had to wait 2 weeks so we could get in there to get it, because we were already on another job collecting pine trees, and that was our first year. We had gotten lucky. Another gentleman had 8 acres of pine trees. He wanted completely cleared off his land. So we went up, cleared up as much as we possibly could for him. There was another saw company that was in there and made a mess of his land. So we were getting all the rest of what they didn't take, which was still really good pine. There was nothing wrong with it. Full trees. There were some of them that were full trees. We had gotten over 60 full trees. Now, 60 full trees at about that big around, you can't complain. You can make cabinets, and you can make boxes. You can make anything out of pine. I mean, shoot. Hey Jeff, how you doing there, Mr. Riddle? It's fun. Like I said, I'll run right back around to this. It's fun. We enjoy doing it. It's just something we like to do. It's more about, like I said, a hobby, but we make something out of it too at the same time. I wish I could. There was one. You know what? I can show you one. I think we can show you one thing that we made. You guys will get a kick out of it. Let me. I don't need the mouse, but I do need my phone. No, I don't need the speaker. I'll run you up here real quick. There's something. Another he came to start helping us. Up, 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 up. I should get a good signal here. All right, I'm gonna see if I can show you this real quick here. I don't know how much light I have. Yeah, I don't have much light in here at all. Well, shoot. I'll get it out. And I will show you because there's not much light here. Yeah, there's not much light there. Yeah, I'll have to get it out. It is a coat rack made out of, here, I'll show you, made out of one of these. And this is just a plank. That's all this is. Where is it at? There it is. It's just a plank, you know. And then he had it up on the wall. He's got it up on the wall, and then he's got branches that come out of it that have tiny branches that come up, and they're the hooks for the coats. All right, I'm gonna walk back up here. You might lose me again. It's just a signal in between where I'm going. Ooh, look at them maters. Oh, look at those maters. Anybody see them maters in there? I can't tell with the sun shining. Got lots of tomatoes. They're starting to turn red again. We'll have a whole nother batch here soon. Man, that's some baseball size and bigger. Whew, softball size almost. What are you doing there, honey buns? Yeah, come on. So, anywho, I have a couple things I got to get done. I'm probably gonna end this here right quick. Be done, and then, like I said, we do all kinds of stuff. I'm also some of those branches I'm doing. I've here's the funny part. I got some Crown Royal bottles. Back when I was a real heavy drinker back in the day, I'm not like a heavy drinker, but 20 years old, hanging out with my friends and whatnot. We'd buy a bottle and we all share it for the weekend. But I kept all the bottles because I wanted to make lamps out of them. And there's a couple of trees over here I've got, and I want to incorporate a tree with the glass bottle to make lamps. I want to see how that turns out. See how well that works for me. uh, Floor lamps. So, they'll sit behind your chair or whatever, and they'll be made out of natural wood. And I want to incorporate that with my wife's, and I work with stained glass. She does mainly, but I can do it. But I want to get shades made, and then for those floor lamps or the lamps, I want to do lamp shades with stained glass. And that way, we're just we do all kinds of stuff. It's funnier than anything, but yeah, we go for what we can and how we do it, and doesn't turn out. It doesn't turn. Wow, well that chicken's happy. Doesn't turn out. We try something new and something different. We make it work. That's all we try to do. Just make it work. Well, let's see here. I think that's pretty much going to be it. I'm hitting on an hour right now. And like I said, I've got stuff I've got to get done myself. So we'll have another show on tomorrow. I see you. Yeah, I see you. Honey bun trying to attack the back of the computer. All right. Well, thank you guys for coming. Really do appreciate it. If there's anything you have questions about for the Sawmill, please put it in the description area or the area down below or on our channel. I will get to it. If not, just say you want to pop up and ask us in another show, and we'll get to it towards the end after we get done with what we do talk about, and we'll get to it. I mean, don't have an issue with that. We enjoy it. I mean, it's just who we are and what we do. So, boy, those chickens are really going off. I wonder if Craig's up here attacking my chickens. Yeah, I hear him down there. You too, don't you? Yeah, well, Craig's down there kicking him around. That Hunter, I tell you, he's something funny. He is something funny. And yes, real quick, our daughter's channel is up. It is there. I went and took a look at her name and searched it, and it comes up somebody else. We don't understand why, so we're going to get the link. If that doesn't work, we might end up changing the name of her channel, because when you bring up Geode Dragon Games, it comes up underneath somebody else, and it doesn't even pull her channel up. So I might have to change the name of it or add a little bit just to make it different than somebody else's. So uh, stay tuned for that. We'll let everybody know. So other than that, I appreciate everybody stopping in. I know I didn't go over too much other than just the wood. Uh, if you need to know certain species or what I'm looking at, or if you want to know a certain species, let me know. And Jeff, how'd your tree time go? Did you get those trees down today, or are you still working on that? You still in here, Jeff? Okay, so you were already taken off, I think. He might already be out. All right. Well, if anybody gets on a show, ask them about it. We will. Um, anyhow, thanks for stopping by. Our neck of the woods. Signing out. Bless y'all. Have a great weekend. Bye. Real quick, I'm about ready to jump out here. Whose link are we trying to find here, Travis? Because I can do that. Or are you talking about Marco's wife? Anyhow, all right. Well, anyhow, we'll catch up with you. If so, we will get that marked down as well, Marco. We'll get her a channel. We can get her out there, not a problem. All we can do is stick together with everybody. Love y'all. Have a great weekend. Peace out.